Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the Modern History Previous Year Questions Part 5th. In today's session, we are going to discuss some of the questions related to the modern history, and we will see that what are the type of things we can learn from these particular type of questions and what are the questions we can expect in the upcoming exams. So let's start and see what are the things we need to discuss in today's session. So in today's session, I have got these two topics for all of you. So I've got the development of education in modern India, that how the Britishers had developed the education system according to them, and the newspapers and magazines that were important at that time. And it is also an important source regarding the exams. So before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So let's start that Wood's dispatch was concerned with which of the following reforms. So options are railway, industry, education or irrigation. Very simple question this is. If you have So try to find out the answer, guys. And this is simple. The answer is education. So the Charles Wood was the president of the Board of Control, introduced through the Pitt's India Act 1784 of English East India Company. He had also been the Secretary of the State of India in 1854. He sent a dispatch to Lord Dalhousie, the Governor General of India at that time, which dispatch suggested that primary school must adopt vernacular language. Vernacular language means the local languages. Through the dispatch, he also suggested that high schools use Anglo-vernacular medium and that English should be the medium for college level education. Hence, Wood's dispatch is considered as the Magna Carta of English education in India. And in which year it was introduced? It was introduced in 1854. And if we talk about the Wood's dispatch, so this particular dispatch is the thing because of which they were able to create a lot of minds in India that are able to understand English as well as vernacular language, and they use these minds as a clerk in their offices, and that is how they particularly controlled the empire of India for almost a particular century. Who founded the Muhammad and Anglo-Oriental College in 1875, which later became the Aligarh Muslim University? Very important and kind of a very easy question also. So try to think about it. And I guess you have figured it out. The answer is Sayyid Ahmad Khan. So in 1875, Muhammad and Anglo-Oriental College was established by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Syed Ahmad Khan is a famous also for one more thing, that he gave the two nation theory at that time, which later and developed as the Aligarh Muslim University. Ahmad Khan was a social servant, journalist, social reformer, etc., and wrote a book known as Asbab-e-Bagawat-e-Hind. So remember his book on the Great Indian Revolt of 1857. On 9th of September 1920, the Muhammad and Anglo-Oriental College became the Aligarh Muslim University. So remember his name. His name is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and he was a kind of a supporter to the British during the 1857 revolt. So remember his name, Syed Ahmad Khan. Who had advocated for the introduction of Western education and English language in India? Options are Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Dada Bhai Naroji, or Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess you have figured it out, because the answer is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the father of modern India Renaissance and a social reformer. He was the founder of Brahmo Samaj, Presidency University, Atmiya Sabha. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he was also famous for particularly helping the government of Britain at that time in introducing the prohibition of sati practice in India in 1828, and 1828, 1829, and particularly if we talk about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, so he is also known as the father of modern Indian Renaissance, and also he is famous for different type of books and especially famous for Brahmo Samaj. So remember his name, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Who had founded the Deccan Education Society in Pune in 1884? Vishnu Shastri Chiplonkar and Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Gopal Ganesh Agarkar, Mahadev Bala Ram Joshi and Bal Gangadhar Tilak and BB Kelkar. So very good question this is. These type of questions are important for your exams. So try to figure out the answer, guys. And I guess you have figured it out because the answer is Vishnu Shastri Chiplonkar and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. So Deccan Education Society was established in 1884 by Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Vishnu Shastri Chiplonkar. Deccan Education Society is an organization that runs 43 education establishments in Maharashtra, Pune, founded by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. So do remember Vishnu Shastri Chiplonkar and Bal Gangadhar Tilak were the one who founded the Deccan Education Society in Pune in 1884. Bal Gangadhar Tilak is also famous for his two newspapers or journals that he used to write at that time. One is Kesari and another one is Maratha. And Deccan Education Society is famous in Pune and it was introduced in 1884. So these are the key points that you need to take care in this question. Adult Education Organization Gyan Prakash Mandali was formed by Dadabhai Naroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Lokmanya Tilak or Sarojini Naidu. So try to find out the answer. And I guess you have figured it out because the answer is Dadabhai Naroji. So Gyan Prakash Mandali, an organization dedicated to the education of adult, was formed by Dadabhai Naroji. This organization was dedicated to spreading education among the adult. He is also known as the Grand Old Man of India. Dadabhai Naroji founded the Gyan Prakash Mandali in the year 1848. So do remember the name Dadabhai Naroji and Gyan Prakash Mandali, and basically this particular adult education organization was founded by Dadabhai Naroji. He is famously known as the Old Man of India, Grand Old Man of India. And particularly if we talk about him, so he wrote a book also that is known as the British and Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. And if we talk about a theory that he gave was the drain theory of wealth. And apart from that, Dadabhai Naroji is also famous for particularly that he became the member of House of Commons in 1892 at the time when India was the particular slave country of Britain. At that time, he became the member of House of Commons. And if we talk about the 1892, he also formed the East India Association in Britain. So remember his name, Dadabhai Naroji. In Dash, Britishers made English as a medium of instructions in India. 1855, 1835, 1833, 1857. Try to find out the answer. This is simple. So if you know about the Charters Act of that time, so you must remember about Lord Macaulay, that he became the particular secretary of India. And after that, he also particularly became the first legal member under the 1833 Charter Act. And he introduced the English education. And that is how the education system in British India is particularly formed. So the English Education Act was a legislative act of the Council of India in 1835, giving effect to a decision in 1835 by William Bentinck. In 1835, British government designated English as the medium of education in India for school and universities. William Bentinck, the Governor General of India, and Lord Macaulay decided to introduce English in India. So that is how, particularly in 1835, British made in English as the medium of instructions. And later on, they introduced in 1854 the Woods Dispatch, and that is how they controlled the education system in India, and that is how they controlled the mind of the majority of Indian people. And they controlled, with the help of the controlling of mind, they controlled the whole system of how India run. In dash, British East India Company introduced education system in India, which was known as the Woods Dispatch. 1858, 1856, 1854, 1852. Try to find out the answer. And I guess the answer you are giving is right, because the answer is 1854. So Charles Wood was the president of the Board of Control of English East India Company to improve the education system in India. The British government introduced a new scheme and a policy which is famous as Wood's Dispatch of 1854. It is considered as the Magna Carta of English education in India. On the basis of this proposal, universities on the model of the London universities were established in Bombay, Madras, Calcutta, and Calcutta in 1857. So do remember that in 1854, British East India Company introduced an education system which was known as Wood's Dispatch, and it is also known as the Magna Carta of English education. If we talk about who was the Governor General at that time in India, the Governor General of India at that time was Lord Dalhousie. When did the Britishers made English as the medium of instructions in India? So question that is consistently asked different number of times. So try to find out the answer, guys. And I think that you have given the right answer, because the answer is 1835. So Lord Macaulay was an English poet, essayist, historian, politician. On the recommendation of Lord Macaulay, Britishers made English as the medium of instructions and also the teaching of Western education in India. So do remember the answer is 1835. Bengal Gazette, the first major newspaper in India, started in the year dash. 1780, 1770, 1857, 1775. So try to figure out the answer, guys. And Bengal Gazette is the first major newspaper in India, and it was introduced in 1780. So do remember, the newspaper in India was first published on 29th January 1780 by James Augustus Hickey under the British Raj, and it was named as the Bengal Gazette or Calcutta General Advertiser, or commonly known as the Hickey's Gazette. It was founded in Calcutta, capital of British India at that time. It was first newspaper printed in Asia and was published for 2 years, between 1780 to 1782. Before East India Company, it was closed due to its criticizing nature. So do remember that Bengal Gazette was the first newspaper that was introduced in India in 1780, and later on a lot of different type of newspapers have been introduced. Because of that, the Vernacular Press Act was introduced by Britishers later in the years of 1878, 1879. Who had published the first newspaper in India? Rajaram Mohan Rai, Lokmanya Tilak, James Silk Buckingham, or James Hickey? Very simple question. And I guess you have figured out the answer. The answer is James Hickey. So the newspaper in India was first published on 29 January by James Augustus Hickey under the British Raj, and it was named as the Bengal Gazette or Calcutta General Advertiser, or commonly known as the Hickey's Gazette. It was founded in Calcutta, the capital of British India at that time. It was first newspaper printed in Asia and was published for 2 years between 1780 to 1782. Before East India Company, it was closed due to its criticizing nature. So do remember that the first newspaper that was introduced at that time was Bengal Gazette. And if we talk about who was the Governor General of Bengal at that time, so Governor General of Bengal at that time was Warren Hastings. Who was the founder of the newspaper Bengal Gazette 1780, India's first newspaper? Very simple question. So fastly give the answer, guys. And I guess you have figured out the answer. The answer is James Hickey. So Lord Macaulay was an English poet, essayist, historian, and politician. On the recommendation of Lord Macaulay in 1835, Britishers made English as the medium of instructions and also the teaching of Western education in India. And if we talk about James Hickey, so James Hickey was also particularly famous for introducing the uh, newspaper system in India, and under this they particularly criticized also the East India Company. So that is why later on in 1782 this newspaper was abolished. Who among the following nationalist leader founded and edited the Marathi newspaper Kesari? So very important question. Try to find out the answer. Options are Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, Vinu Shastri Chiplonkar, or Bhim Ambedkar. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. So the Marathi newspaper Kesari was founded and edited on 4th of January 1881 by Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, prominent person of India. He also used to run his another newspaper called Maratha, and that is in English language. So remember these two newspapers, one is Maratha, another one is Kesari. Maratha was he used to wrote down Maratha in English language and Kesari in Marathi language. Remember this thing. While Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was the author of the book Indian War of Independence. So remember, answer is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Who founded the English newspaper Maratha? Very simple question. So try to give the answer fast. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The Maratha was the weekly English newspaper started by Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak on 2nd January 1881. So do remember the answer is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. He is also known as Mr. Lokmanya Tilak. And if we talk about him, he was also the one that who gave the particular speech in during the particular summit of Congress at that time. Um, and he was also the one particularly who said that Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Which Bengali newspaper was founded and edited by Rajaram Mohan Roy? Kesari, Sambad Kaumdi, Maratha, Yugantar. I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Sambad Kaumdi. So Rajaram Mohan Roy started the first Bengali language weekly newspaper and first newspaper in Indian language called Sambad Kaumdi. The weekly newspaper advocated reading habits, the importance of discussion, as well as the need for education for all. He also started another newspaper in Persian that was called the Mirat ul Akbar. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was one of the founders of the Brahmo Sabha, the precursor of the Brahmo Samaj, which was a social religious reform movement in the Indian subcontinent. So do remember the answer is Sambad Kaumudi, and Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the one who particularly used to write this newspaper. And we all know he is known as the father of Indian Renaissance and also was the one who introduced with the help of Britishers the Prohibition of Sati Act. So remember his name Rajaram Mohan Roy. Which of the following is considered as the first vernacular newspaper of India? Samachar Darpan, Madras Courier, Amar Ujala or Bengal Gazette? So try to find out the answer. And the answer is Samachar Darpan. Samachar Darpan was the first vernacular newspaper of India, which was published on 31st May 1818. Its editor was John Clark Marshman. It was published in Bengali language. The first Hindi language newspaper was Udant Martand, published by Jugal Kishore Shukla. The editor of Madras Courier was Hugh Boyd, and the publisher was Richard Johnson. Bengal Gazette newspaper was edited by James Augustus Hickey. It was the first newspaper printed in Asia. So do remember the answer is Samachar Darpan, the first vernacular newspaper of India. Which of the following revolutionary journals was not published abroad? Talwar, Berlin, Yugantar, Free Hindustan, San Francisco, and Indian Sociologist, London. So try to find out the answer. And we can easily figure out this question because the only newspaper that is not written in any city is Yugantar. So Yugantar was a Bengali revolutionary newspaper founded in 1906 in Calcutta by Bhupendra Nath Dutt and Virendra Ghosh. Revolutionary journal Talwar was published in Berlin. Free Hindustan in San Francisco. San Francisco is also the place where Gadar Party was founded by Taraknath Das, and Indian Sociologist in London by Shyamji Krishna Verma. So do remember the answer is Yugantar. Who started publication of Al Hilal, a newspaper for propagating nationalism? Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, M.A. Ansari, Mahatma Gandhi. Try to find out the answer. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Later he also became the first education minister of our country. So Al Hilal was a weekly Urdu language newspaper established by the Indian Muslim independence activist Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. The paper was notable for its criticism of the British Raj in India and its exhortation of Indian Muslims to join the growing Indian independence movement. Al Hilal ran from 1912 to 1914 when it was shut down under the Press Act. So do remember the answer is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Which newspaper did Mahatma Gandhi started in South Africa? Indian Opinion, National Herald, Indian Sociologist, or Commonwealth? So try to find out the answer. This is a simple question because you need to know about Mahatma Gandhi everything. And the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Indian Opinion. So Mahatma Gandhi published the newspaper Indian Opinion in 1904. Indian Opinion was published in 4 languages: Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, English. Later it was published only in Gujarati and English. It was a weekly paper. The first editor was Man Shuklal Nazar. It existed between 1904 to 1915. So this was the first newspaper that was introduced by Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa, which was named as Indian Opinion. And particularly when he came to India, so he introduced some particular new newspapers in India. Other than that, he also introduced some ashrams in South Africa, like the Tolstoy Farm and Phoenix Ashram that were introduced in South Africa. Which one of the following founded a weekly newspaper, Commonwealth, in 1914? Lala Lajpat Rai, Annie Besant, Motilal Nehru, Madan Mohan Malviya. Try to find out the answer. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Annie Besant. So in January 1914, Annie Besant founded a newspaper, Commonweal. Annie Besant was a supporter of Indian nationalism. She was a social reformer, campaigner for women rights, and leading theosophist. In 1914, she had started 2 weekly newspapers, Commonweal and New India. She became the first woman president of Indian National Congress in Calcutta session held in 1917. So do remember the answer is Annie Besant, and she introduced the newspaper, the weekly newspaper that is called Commonweal in 1914. And apart from that, remember one more thing that she had particularly also introduced the Home Rule League movement and introduced it in Bombay area. After that, this particular movement became a particularly national movement and was introduced in different places by different people. Like it was led by Bal Gangadhar Tilak in the Bombay area, and Home Rule League movement was the idea that was introduced by her. In 1778, the British established the first printing press in Madras, Calcutta, Ahmedabad, Bombay. Try to find out the answer, guys. The answer is Calcutta. So, Britishers had established the first printing press in Calcutta in 1778. The first newspaper in India was published on 29 January 1780 by James Augustus Hickey, and its name was the Bengal Gazette, whereas East India Company had established the first printing press in 1684 in Bombay. Johannes Gutenberg of Germany discovered the printing press in 1440. First printing press in India was established by Portuguese in Goa in 1556. So do remember that in 1778, Britishers established the first printing press in India in Calcutta. Which newspaper was published by Lokmanya Tilak to help in the freedom struggle? Kesari, Aarti Bazaar Patrika, Gadar, Harijan. And I guess the answer you're giving is right because the answer is Kesari. So Bal Gangadhar Tilak was Indian social reformer and freedom activist. He had published two newspapers, Maratha in English, Kesari in Marathi. Both newspapers actually propagated the cause of national freedom. The newspaper was started by Tilak in 1881. So answer is Kesari. Who had founded the Maratha newspaper Kesari? Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Rajaram Mohan Roy. Try to find out the answer. The answer is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. So Bal Gangadhar Tilak was an Indian social reformer and freedom activist. He had published two newspapers, Maratha in English and Kesari in Marathi. Both newspapers actually propagated the cause of national freedom. The newspaper Kesari was started by Tilak in 1881. So do remember who had founded the Marathi newspaper, that is Kesari, and that was Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Other than this, he also introduced Maratha, that is particularly a newspaper written in English. Which one of the following newspaper was published by Lokmanya Tilak during the Indian national movement? Yugantar, Bengali, Amrit Bazar Patrika or Kesari? So you can see that questions could be asked in a confusing state, as you would get confused that if you have read it or not about this point about Bal Gangadhar Tilak, but the answer is Kesari. So Bal Gangadhar Tilak was an Indian social reformer and freedom activist. He had published two newspapers, Maratha in English, Kesari in Marathi. Both newspapers actually propagated the cause of national freedom. The newspaper was started by Tilak in 1881. So do remember, answer is Kesari. The newspaper, the Bombay Times and Journal of Commerce was started in 1829 in Dash. It was renamed as the Times of India. Options 1861, 1874, 1878, 1860. Try to find out the answer. And I guess you have figured out the answer, guys. The answer is 1861. So the English newspaper, the Bombay Times and Journal of Commerce was published on 3rd November 1838 from Bombay. This paper was published twice in a week, on Wednesday and Saturday. The paper became a weekly daily newspaper in 1851 and changed its name to the Times of India on 28 September 1861? So do remember the answer is 1861. First Hindi newspaper was published on 30th May 1826. This day it also celebrated as Hindi Journalism Day. What was the name of this newspaper? Bengal Gazette, Amar Ujala, Udant, Martand, or Samachar Sudha Darshan. So try to find out the answer. A moderate question this is. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Utand Martand. Udant Martand was the first Hindi language newspaper. It was published on 30th May. This weekly newspaper was published every Tuesday from Calcutta by Pandit Jugal Kishore Shukla. May 30 is also celebrated as Hindi Journalism Day. So from now on, remember these 2 points. Udant Martand is the first Hindi newspaper, and particularly this newspaper was written in Hindi and it was introduced by Pandit Jugal Kishore Shukla from Calcutta. Sir Charles Wilkins is famous for which of the following translation? Old Testaments in Hindi, Bible in Hindi, Bhagavad Gita in English, Shakuntalam in English. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the Bhagavad Gita was translated into English by Charles Wilkins. So first translated in English by Sir Charles Wilkins in the year 1785. He was an English typographer, Orientalist, and founder member of the Asiatic Society, Bengal, which was established in 1784. During the period of this first British Governor General of India, Lord Warren Hastings, 1774-1785. In which year Charles Wilkins' English version of Bhagavad Gita was published? Question was same but has been asked in a different way. So try to find out the answer. 1685, 1725, 1785 or 1885. So do remember the answer is 1785. So Udant Martand was the first Hindi in language newspaper, and particularly if we talk about this particular book, that is Bhagavad Gita. So first Hindi newspaper was Udant Martand, and particularly if we talk about the first English newspaper, that was Bengal Gazette. First person who translated Bhagavad Gita in English, that was Charles Wilkins, and that was in 1785. During Indian freedom struggle, who had published the newspaper Young India? Very good question this is. B.M. Rao Ambedkar, Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru. Try to find out the answer. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Mahatma Gandhi. During the Indian freedom struggle, Young India was a weekly newspaper in English language which was published by Mahatma Gandhi. He had also published Navjeevan and Harijan newspaper, Navjeevan in 1919, in the edition of Young India. Indian Opinion was published by Gandhiji as a weekly from South Africa in 1904 when he was in South Africa. So Gandhiji had 4 newspapers basically: Young India, Navjeevan, Harijan, and in South Africa it was Indian Opinion. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things regarding the newspapers and journals and education system that was introduced during the British era. So we will meet once again in next session in which we will discuss some more topics related to the modern history. And till then, keep up the learning and I will meet you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care everyone. See you soon.